Good morning, guys. So we are working on school right now. Here we go again with me taking forever to get a video out, but it is what it is. We've decorated for Christmas. We've been busy doing all that kind of stuff. So the boys are working on school, or Tucker just finished his. Garrett's still got a little bit more to do. I need to get stuff cleaned up because since I got all the decorations finally done, now I need to clean up all the other mess. But yeah, so today we don't really have much of a plan besides school. What do you think? What should we do today? It's rainy out. Yeah, it's yucky out. But tomorrow we have Lego. Thursday may be a park day. So, never mind. It's almost Thanksgiving. See, I can't even keep track of stuff. It's amazing I can't get a video out. But anyway, I just figured I'd kind of hang out with you guys today and bring you along, even though we're not doing much. Show you what we eat today and all that kind of good stuff, so yeah. Okay, so it turns out that's the only thing I ended up showing you guys today was food. It is what it is. I was super busy, and there's some yummy stuff in here. So I have this super quick lunch, or kind of snack type thing that I turned into a lunch, a really fun dessert that was really good, and also a delicious dinner. So stick around if you want to see these meals. They turned out really good. So I saw somebody's reel on Facebook or something, and I don't even think it was about what they were eating, but they were eating a tomato and cucumber salad. And I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. I haven't had that in a long time. So I'm just cutting up a cucumber, and I guess any kind would work for this. I just had these in the fridge, and we had some of these sugar bomb tomatoes from H-E-B. I don't know exactly what type of tomato they are, but that's what they called them. And they are so good. They're like candy. And I'm also going to dice up some of this yellow onion. I would have used red, but this is all I had. So once I got everything diced up pretty small, I just added it to a bowl, and I don't really have any measurements here. Of course, you can use as many veggies as you want. I was just making it for myself, so I just made a small batch. And all I'm going to add to this is some salt and pepper, some olive oil, and some red wine vinegar. So I just got that mixed up really well, and then I let it sit in the fridge while I was getting the rest of my plate ready. I warmed up some leftover Maid Rite filling. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've made them on here recently. I'll link that video down below. So I just heated that up in the microwave, and then I added on some of my tomato and cucumber salad. And then I was also craving some cottage cheese, which I like to eat savory. I'm going to eat it with the tomatoes and cucumbers. And I also put some salt and pepper on that. And then to go on the side, I'm having some multigrain nut thin crackers. So this was a simple little lunch. It doesn't look like much on the plate, but it was delicious. And the cottage cheese with that cucumber tomato salad. I mixed the words together. That turned out so good together. So if you wanted to put both of those in a bowl, it would be delicious. So you guys saw on Halloween just how much candy the boys got, and it was way too much. We shared some with family, and we still have a ton. So we had put all of the chocolate bars and stuff in a bowl in the fridge, and I decided there's no way we could possibly just eat them all by themselves. So I decided to make a fun dessert. So first, of course, we need to unwrap all of these. I think I used everything but the Butterfingers. Adam ended up eating those. We have some Three Musketeers, Twix, M&Ms, Milky Ways, and Kit Kats. And I'm just going to get these all chopped up into smaller pieces to get started on our dessert. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm making a big thing of leftover Halloween candy cookie bars. So I did use a recipe for this. You can see it in the corner over there, which I'll try to find it. I have it somewhere, and so I'll try to link that down in the description box, but these were super easy. But real quick, speaking of things down in the corner, I can't believe not one of you or anyone, not even someone being mean, said anything last time. I decided to play a little prank on you guys and see if anybody noticed. Tucker had a plastic roach that he got in his Halloween bucket downtown. And when I was making bread, I think it was my last video, it was sitting in the corner next to the bowl of bread, and I wanted to see if anybody noticed or said anything, and not one person did. Except for the people that already knew I was doing it. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. So we're starting by mixing in the dry ingredients, and I didn't even notice. I was supposed to do this in a separate bowl, so later I have to transfer it, but that's okay. So we have some oats going in here, some flour, I think some baking soda, and some salt. And then we're just going to whisk this and get out all the lumps and transfer it to a separate bowl. So now we're going to mix together some peanut butter, which I need one of those measuring things that like squirts it out, because I spray the measuring cup every time and it's still hard to get out. But anyway, we're adding some sugar in here. And I would say if you're not like a huge sweet tooth kind of person, this was way too sweet for me because of all the candy bars, obviously, but I would probably next time not use as much sugar in the recipe, but that's up to you. You can try it out just like it is or reduce it. So next we're adding in our brown sugar and our butter, and we're just going to get this mixed up until it's lighter in color and like frothy, I guess is the word I would use. You know what it looks like when you see it. When it's all mixed together, it turns a lighter color and it just looks like deliciousness. Once that was all mixed up, I added in my eggs and vanilla and got that mixed in, and then we're going to add in all of our candy pieces. I did save about a cup of the candy to put on the top that's not mixed into the batter. I always make such a mess when I'm baking. Like, if you hand me flour, I'm going to spill it. I don't know what it is. It's ridiculous. But I'm going to get this cookie dough into my baking sheet. I have a 9x13. And I went ahead and put some parchment paper in the bottom and sprayed it. That way when these are done, I can just lift them right out and take them off the paper. So I was using a teeny tiny spatula for some reason, and it just wasn't working. So I'm just using my hands. My hands were clean. We're the only one eating these. Nobody cares. So I'm going to get these all pressed out flat, and then I'm going to add the leftover cookie pieces or candy pieces on the top and kind of press them in a little bit just so they stay put. And then we'll just bake this according to the recipe. I think it was like 350 for maybe 30, no, I don't remember. The recipe is linked down below. So these were super easy to make. We used up some Halloween candy, and The boys and Adam super enjoyed these. They ate the entire pan, not at once, don't worry. We had them in the fridge for a couple of days. But they did turn out really good, but like I said, if you want, you can reduce that sugar just a little bit. I would recommend it unless you like super sweet things. Alright, so for dinner tonight, I was just craving some Salisbury steak, so I asked Adam if he wanted to make some of that. And so we started out by just making this the normal way with crackers, Worcestershire, eggs, the usual seasonings. I'll have them all up here on the screen. And we got that all mixed up, and then we decided that we wanted to change this up and make this a sort of Mississippi style, like the Mississippi roast. Mississippi style Salisbury steak. That's kind of hard to say. So we got our meat mixture all made into patties, and we're just going to brown these in our skillet. And while they were browning on one side, Adam added some of this ranch seasoning to them that I found at Dollar Tree, just all over the top, and then we'll flip these and brown them on the other side. So once our patties were browned pretty well on both sides, we took them out of the pan and we drained off some of the grease, and we left a little bit in the pan, and we have some butter in there. And we're just going to add in some flour because we only had one packet of gravy and we wanted more. So we're kind of making homemade gravy mixed with the packet. So if you're not familiar with Mississippi roast, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody is. We just made Mississippi pork not too long ago. But basically, it's a roast with pepperoncini peppers, or you can use banana peppers, butter, au jus gravy, I think, and some ranch seasoning. And so we're just kind of making this in the style of that, and it turned out delicious. So we added our flour in there to make a little bit of a roux, and then we added in our brown gravy packet, and then we are going to add in a little bit of heavy cream, just because we had it in the fridge and it sounded good. And then we're going to add in the cup of water for the gravy packet, and also a cup of water for our own gravy. We also added in some of the juice from a jar of banana peppers, just like you would when you make a Mississippi roast. So once we got all of our gravy in there, we're just going to kind of spoon some of this on top of the meat and put the lid on and let it simmer while we get everything else ready. For the sides, we're keeping it super simple. We're making some corn and peas mixed together. They're delicious if you haven't tried it, by the way. We just have some butter in there and salt and pepper. We made some simple mashed potatoes, and I'm also cooking some onion to put on mine because nobody else wants it. And I also added some of those banana peppers in with the onions while I was cooking them. So here is our Mississippi style Salisbury steak with some butter bread, mashed potatoes, and veggies. This turned out so good. I highly recommend you give it a try. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the food in this video because it was all delicious. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys in the next one.